Welcome to Bollywood Live, sir. So let me start with the thing that I got a chance to watch the movie, and it's amazing. And like everyone's saying, it's unlike Anurag Kashyap, but I feel there's something like Anurag Kashyap in the movie. So tell me, how's been the response so far for you, and how are people liking it?
Response response has been overwhelmingly very good, much more than we expected, and which is what is a nice thing. I just want to see how people react to the film because I've also first time done something like this,
Hmm.
and I've always had a burden of Gangs of Wasseypur in the sense every time I make a film, people want another gangster movie or a Gangs of Wasseypur, and I'm like, it's done to death, and I thank you so much, and I don't want to cater to you. So for me,
All right.
this film is really a test which will decide a course of lots of things in the future.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so the response has been great so far, especially after the trailer launched. I got a lot of really excited messages and calls from a lot of people whose opinions I value. I think this idea of a woman finding money in the kitchen drain, in the sink, is an instant hook, and that's what's really gotten people excited. Apart from the fact that it's an Anurag Kashyap film, of course, and more exciting news is that there have been a few people who've been able to watch the film, apart from journalists like you, a few filmmakers for tastemaker screenings that Netflix did, and I've heard some really good feedback from all of them as well. So yeah, looking forward to how the general audience responds.
All right. What about you, Sammy? This is
Uh,
your digital
just
debut.
like
Let's talk about that.
yes, it is. The response has been really overwhelming. I feel because like Roshan was saying, we got a few makers to watch the film, and even with the
Hmm.
trailer, a lot of my friends who have nothing to do with the film industry, they saw the slate with said maker of Gangs of Wasseypur and Dave D and Sacred Games, and then there was demonetization. So everyone was very excited, and people have jumped to the conclusion that it will be a very political film. And I'm sure
Hmm.
you watched the film, so it's not a political
Yes.
film, but it is more a film on a husband and wife and their relationship, how it turns sour, what happens. It's pretty much all of that. But the response so far has been really positive. People have said really nice things about the trailer. A lot of people have said they haven't recognized me in the trailer, which I take as a compliment as well. And we're
Yes.
looking forward to the release and the response post the release.
All right, so let's talk about OTT as a platform, right? What liberty does it gives you as a producer, a director, you guys as an actor, where you have a lead as a female protagonist, right? And the characters are written so strongly. What do you think? How brave is OTT right now? How brave is a platform like Netflix for you?
OTT, the biggest strength for that I get from Netflix is that I have to focus on nothing else but the strength of my content.
All right.
So I don't get distracted by anything else because when you're
Mm-hmm.
making a feature, you are like बॉक्स ऑफिस पे ओपनिंग लगनी है, मार्केटिंग के लिए ऐसा चाहिए, एक गाना चाहिए, ये इसके लिए चाहिए, वो उसके लिए, everything is about the story and narrative, and I have to only focus on that. So all my
Mm-hmm.
energies are focused only on making the best version of whatever I am handling, and that is very liberating because somebody else is thinking about marketing, and that which is always based on what I make, which is not random. Like Hindi films, marketing is pre-decided, and the film has
Mm-hmm.
to fit into that. I
All
don't
right.
need to fit anything into anything. I just can focus on the quality of the product. That's the
Mm-hmm.
biggest, most liberating thing that I
Mm-hmm.
get. And the second most incredible thing I get from Netflix is a content or the film is budgeted on the basis of what is needed to make the correct film. It is
Mm-hmm.
not budgeted on the basis of who's in it,
Right.
unlike the movies. So those two
Mm-hmm.
automatically give me strength that I know my best will come out here.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's move to you guys. You tell me what do you think about OTT as a platform, and how liberating it is for you as an actor? What power does it gives you?
I think while you're shooting the film, I don't think it feels any different from any other film that you're making or any other work that you're doing
Correct.
for that matter. But for an actor like me standing where I'm standing, the biggest difference is that there are now a lot more opportunities that will find their way to me
Correct.
because the criteria, especially when it's an OTT film or series, the criteria strictly become whether you fit the character and whether the director trusts you as an actor or not. A lot of the stuff that's on the periphery suddenly vanishes, and that really is the biggest point for someone like me.
All right. Sammy, how about you? The movie is mainly a lead as a female protagonist. The cat
Mhm.
is well strongly written. I guess
Yes.
what do you think? How liberating it is for you as an actor to be on a platform like Netflix or Amazon Prime, and how liberating it is for you?
Just like Roshan said, is when we are shooting a film, we don't really see the difference because that's probably the producer and the money that comes in is something that never reaches us. We just go there and do our jobs as an actor. But
Hmm.
definitely, like Roshan said, it has opened up avenues for actors like me and Roshan, which um, big mainstream Hindi films, most of the producers want to back someone who's had 100 crore film, who's had like commercial success. So even if they
Hmm.
don't fit the part, they are kind of cast for the part because they have commercial success behind them. And with Netflix and the content that they've been putting out, we've seen a Delhi Crime, we've seen Sacred Games, we've seen with Choke, we're seeing people have been cast for correct reasons. And as actors, that's a very exciting place to be, and I hope that doesn't change.
All right. So, do you think cinema is going to transfer in the aftermath of coronavirus, where OTT is going to play on the front foot, and big budget movies in cinemas are going to take a backseat? What do you think about that?
I think both will coexist. It's the time for coexistence. I think both will exist and both will play to their strengths.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I know in the sense the film that I will make for Netflix is something that will be. I treat it like cinema only. I will not never treat it like I'm making it for a smaller screen. And
Mm-hmm.
and the way the platform works and everything else, they have a quality QC, quality check, quality
Uh-huh.
control, where you have a certain standards and technical requirements that you need to meet, which is why
Right.
it never feels like you're not creating cinema. But
Mm-hmm.
if I have to watch a Nolan movie, I'll only watch it at IMAX. So
Correct.
for me,
That's true.
both will have its own place and exist.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think so.
Oh,
There is one versus the other.
true. So that makes sense. How about you guys? Uh, do you agree with sir?
Yeah, it's definitely going to coexist. It's like when films kicked in and everyone said that theater as an art form was probably going to die. That's not going to happen. There's going to be an audience for everything. There are going to be opportunities in everything, and work will definitely keep coming out. Not every movie can come out on OTT platforms. There will be movies that will come out in theaters as well, and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
All right. You got something to say, Sammy? You want to add
No, I
something?
completely agree with. I agree with what both of them have said. It's also a question of us kind of just waiting right now and seeing how things go. I think we need to be patient. We need to like first let things settle down, let people get safe before we kind of think of other stuff like when we are going to shoot and start. These are secondary things. I think the priority right now should be the health and safety of people, who are not safe right now.
All right. Sir, how different is going to be good bad films from the from the Phantom production? What are we expecting from it?
Well, good bad films doesn't have the same ambition of being a
Okay.
studio.
Mm-hmm.
In the sense, good bad films will be. I think the closest you can say is like how Sujit Sarkar's company is, or how Anubhav Sinha's company is.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping it small, keeping it contained. The idea of the company is to empower me to make films the way I want to make them, with people I want to
Mm-hmm.
make, and also support some films that I believe in, mostly
Okay.
independent or some things that I believe in. So that's what the whole
All
idea
right.
is. And create content for a lot of newer platforms like Netflix and all. So I'm going to work a
Mm-hmm.
lot on OTT and create content content for OTT.
I have two fun questions for you guys. So we talked about a lot about choked and production houses. So let me ask you one or two fun questions. So if you had a chance to get locked down with a particular celeb and you had to choose a lockdown partner, who would you choose as your partner? So let's start with you.
Who you asking me first?
Yes, sir.
I
I'm
will.
asking
Sure.
you first.
I would choose to be locked down in my library. That's it.
Okay.
I'm happy.
You don't need a partner like you. Hypothetically, if you had to choose a partner, who would you choose?
Shilal.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right.
The honesty in this answer is killing me.
All right. How about you guys?
I'm really missing the team of Choked right now. I think because we're very close to release, and also I with any one of them, Anurag sir, I mean, any one of them.
Okay, you
Rahul.
have to choose one. You can't be so politically correct. Okay, like you have to choose one.
Then
You're
I'll
not
ditch
making
this
me
entire idea and choose Rajiv Ravi.
Okay, cool. How about you?
Roger Federer.
Okay.
Uh,
Interesting. Yeah. All right. So this is my last question. So since what are you guys currently binge watching, and you guys recommend your fans to go ahead and binge watch right now?
I right. Last I think I binge watched was Patal Lok. Next I'm going to binge watch is Dark season 3.
Okay. All right. Good.
But
How about you guys?
I
after the interview gets over, I'm going to revisit 1 and 2 before season 3 again. So,
That's interesting.
I just finished watching 1 and 2 of Dark actually during the lockdown. Currently watching Fargo, the series
Okay.
on Netflix.
That's nice. How about you?
I just finished watching Ozark and I have just started watching Dark. So I think it will be finishing Dark 1, 2, and 3.
yeah, so
Okay.
we are all for Dark.
We're Dark
Yeah, you
people.
all have you all have one thing in common. You all are watching
Yes,
Dark.
I'm
That's
is even
amazing.
counting in German now. So
Mm.
That's
Ich
nice.
kann
So
ein
guys,
bisschen Deutsch sprechen.
all right, guys, best of luck for the movie. The movies come out amazing. So best of luck to you with Good Bad Films. We hope to see
Thank you so much.
such films again. And
I
let's
can
get
promise
Anurag.
you we'll make good films or bad films. That's it. We'll stick to the
Thank you so
okay.
much, guys. Thank you so much for chatting with me. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank
I'll
you,
see you guys soon.
Imran.
Yeah.
Thank you.
thank you.
See
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Bye.